more than 25 years, I always respect the every organization. Um, I respect how they handle the organization and how they support the boxers, and I respect their decision. My part, my role is to fight and to prepare and to fight. We get a championship belt.
Over the last 2 years, how often every week would you work out, and what's the most that you weighed at any point in the last 2 years?
You know what? I love workout. Since a tournament fight, I never went to. I never went to boxing ring or at the gym, but I always exercise playing basketball because in my house I have a basketball court. So almost every day, very competitive game always with my brother because there's a prize. There's a prize, so it's gonna be hard game in basketball. Like we play like we played every day like 4 hours, 3 hours a day. So
How much would you, what do you think the most you weighed since the tournament fight in those 2 years? 150, or did you ever get over 150, 160, something like that?
maybe 150, versus 152, 151.
Never be above that.
What was it about Spence as a person? I mean, you talked about the lack of smack talk, that you don't want that. Did you look at him as a human being and say, I like this guy, I like what he brings to the sport, and that's why I want him to be my opponent?
Yeah, he's a respectful person, and that's what I want. That's what we want, and that's what I want for a fighter to be respected by the people, respected by the fans, respected by the other fighters. And we as fighters, we have our job in the ring. We perform, so we did our rules as a fighter. All of us, both fighters has a goal to win the fight, and then we do our best. And after that, make sure that you can be an inspiration to everybody.
Hey Manny, what does Earl do best in the ring? What does Earl Spence do best in the ring?
Being a fighter, an aggressive fighter, throwing a lot of punches. So
Since Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford don't want to fight each other, are you just going to fight Terrence Crawford after this and show him how it's done?
one at a time.
One at a time. Was the Terrence Crawford close to happening? How close was that fight to actually happening?
Yeah, almost.
Close but no cigar, huh?
No cigar. Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you ever heard of Errol Spence? When we talked to him in 2019, he said he wanted to fight you. Do you remember the first time you heard of him? And what did you think of him calling you out? What did you think of his fight style then? When did you first become aware of him?
When he said that after his fight in Texas, I think Texas. I can say possible. It's possible.
During this time, he mentioned that the negotiations were very easy for you. What were must-have things you wanted? What was important to you about this fight? Why was this the one for you to choose when so many people are chasing you?
It's easy to negotiate with Errol Spence because we are the same management. So the negotiation is not hard for us.
When you look at some of his other victories, do you have a victory of his or a performance of his that you've enjoyed, that you've seen him participate in? Do you have a fight that you think was his best win?
I think the important here with to fight with him in our fight is more we can see a lot of action in the ring. That's I think the people want and to see a action fight in the ring.
Manny, obviously Errol had the very big car accident, and he said he was about 80% in his last fight with Danny Garcia. Did you notice a lesser version of himself?
First thing that before I answer that, when I heard that the accident, I'm shocked, and when I saw the car that he drove, it's like what? Like that, and I'm so shocked. And then thank God that he's alive and he recovered like that. So I told him that you have to thank God for another life. God save you for a purpose and giving you second life for a purpose. I think he will realize that be an inspiration to everybody.
But did you think he looked a little less than his full strength in the Garcia fight? Do you think he still is at 100%?
Still have that passion. Still have the strength and the style.
How much different are you training in preparation for Keith Thurman than you'll be training for Earl Spence? How much different is your camp in preparation for these fights?
I think it's the same.
It's the same? You're not doing anything different for
I mean, the intensity is the same, or more than, but the style is different. Because he's southpaw and yes.
Manny,
Definitely, the style is different.
how has sparring been going? I talked to your sparring partners. You hit very hard.
Yeah, we did the sparring, two guys, and they're bigger than me, so it's good. It helped a lot.
Do you go easy on sparring partners? Do you take it easy on them?
No, you have to make sure that all you want to do is you're doing in the sparring and training, so that you can show your best in the fight.
Manny, what do you make of Julio Chavez picking you to beat Errol Spence? What do you make of Julio Chavez Sr. picking you to beat Errol Spence?
Oh, thank you. Julio Chavez is one of my favorite fighter in the world.
Now, yeah, sorry.
Since 1990s, I always watch his fight. 1990, before I became a boxer.
That's beautiful, Manny. But I need to know: do you still have a dog named Thurman? Is the dog? You still got the dog? My doctor has a dog. I go to her office every week, and the dog's name is Manny. After you, because of her ex-husband. He's half Filipino. He named the dog Manny.
Yeah.
They got divorced, but she's stuck with Manny. So I see little Manny all the time.
I have a Thurman.
Good luck to you, my man.
Keith, tell us now, who wins?
I favor Spence, man. We're big. Everything he does is a challenge. This man loves challenges. That's what makes him one of the greatest fighters. You heard him constantly say, I want to make a great fight. And I almost felt like he says action, action, action. And the last time he didn't get action was Adrian Broner. And I know when he walked out of that ring, he knew he won, but he was sad because he felt like he disappointed the fans. After that, he's fighting Keith Thurman. After that, he's fighting Errol Spence Jr. No matter where he is in his life, this man loves the challenge. He's a real warrior, a real fighter. He was raised in this, bred in this, and he wants the best till the day he's done. He doesn't want to be in a training camp to fight anybody. He wants to be in a training camp to fight the best in the world, and that's very admirable.
Thank you for that.
Manny, everybody you fought is retired. Everybody pretty much. And you're fighting at the highest level. What's the secret?
The secret is discipline and hard work. Not only training, but hard work.
Senator, why?
So boxing is not only training, remember that, but hard work.
Senator, why do your opponents have so much respect for you after the fight? Antonio Margarito said the same thing. He said he's going with you to beat Spence. Oscar De Leon, so respect for your other opponents, Miguel Cotto.
Here's the situation, if you understand. Let's say I'm not Manny Pacquiao. When I watch Manny Pacquiao's fight, when I see his fight, his style in a video, in a live like that, it's kind of like a simple opponent. It's kind of easy opponent like that. But when you get there, when you taste the strength and the speed like that, then you will realize that the truth about Manny Pacquiao. I think that's different.
Who inspires you, Manny? Who inspires you?
Inspire me?
Yeah.
Where I came from.
Yeah, I just
My experience.
Okay. I know you still working with your kids.
Believe me, where I came from, I cannot believe what I have done, what I have accomplished. Until right now, I'm still amazed of what I have done. Because for your information, I experienced to sleep in the streets. No food, no shelter. And that's Manny Pacquiao.
That sticks in
So when you ask me who inspired me, the relationship to God, and where I came from.
So we've heard the phrase that it's hard to get motivated when you're sleeping in satin sheets. When you do excel to where you're getting, where you've become and where you've gotten, how do you still find that boost of energy? Is it you thinking about your past and where you came from to get motivated and train for these fights that you get into?
I always think about my family, myself, where I came from, how hard life is when, you know, all those things. But in God's guidance, I'm always inspired.
Kobe, Manny, this week you wore a Kobe t-shirt. You had a special relationship with Kobe. He told me he was your friend, you're his boy. Why did you rep his shirt this week?
Oh, Kobe is, you know, I know that he's my friend. He came to the Philippines and we hung out together like that. We had a great experience with my friend, and I'm so sad when that tragedy happened with him.
Manny, when you end up retiring officially, do you see yourself doing boxing exhibitions? Like, no. What is your opinion on these boxing exhibitions? Is it bad for the sport, you think? The quality?
No, well, that's good to entertain the fans, the boxing fans. To be active in boxing, to have exercise.
It doesn't interest you, though?
No. Although I love exercise after my boxing, what I'm going to do is playing basketball or playing badminton.
Maybe an exhibition with Conor McGregor?
I know you run a team in the Philippines. Do you want to own an NBA team by chance?
NBA?
Yeah, would you like to be an owner of an NBA basketball team?
Almost before.
I'm sorry?
Almost before.
Oh, before? It was close?
Close.
Which team? Which team? Which team were you looking at?
Before?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can't say.
What are the Suns doing well this season? Since we're talking about basketball, they have Game 3 today. What are the Phoenix Suns doing so well this season and in the playoffs?
You know, they play like the Sun is. They play no stars. They're all very mixed together, and they maximize their strength. I mean, basketball is for five-man team. So they use that five-man team. You know, there's a team that they use only two-man team, like the star and then the point guard and their star like that. But Phoenix Sun is different. It's they play like a five-man team. You know how the ball pass like that? Oh, amazing. Yes, that's basketball.
Do you take some of those principles in your own training? Is that why you like a huge camp? Is that why you like people running with you that have that, having that team mentality?
Yeah, team and boxing is different. Yourself is the one who's going to fight in the ring. So make sure that you're 100% condition. And when I'm talking about training, it's not only training but hard work, and discipline. Make sure your body is 100% condition, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
Manny.
Yeah.
Double.